Hello everyone! Thank you so much for having me at TEDx BUV. Let's get started. 4 years ago, it felt like my life story had broken into pieces. People who know me were shocked that I had changed from a cheerful girl into a depressed woman. What happened to me? And more importantly, how could I be happy again? It wasn't just about resilience, which I presented in my last TEDx talk, but something deeper. A secret you will know today. When my son Max was 4, he loved to ask me endless questions, like, "Mom, who is the strongest superhero in the world? Is the universe bigger than the heaven? Why don't you and Dad live together? And Mom, why are you so sad?" I couldn't answer because back then I was telling myself the wrong story with negative words, like failed, alone, abandoned. I'm the victim. I'm not loved. I'm not enough. My future is gone. But should I pass that story to my son? That negative script made me feel small and powerless. Maybe some of you right here used to have that feelings. You can relate to those feelings. A breakup, a rejection, a loss, a failure. When life hands you the script that you didn't choose, you thought that it is all of who you are, but it's not true. As a TV host and public speaking coach, I have helped people communicate with confidence. But the most difficult audience I have ever faced wasn't my clients or my son. It was myself, the person I communicate with every second of my life. I realized I have to be more careful with what I think and talk about myself. I remember thinking, no, I don't want to be the loser of my life. And my inner voice yelled back, yes, you are trying your best to rebuild your life. I want to be a happy mom and create a happy life for my son. From that moment, I woke up and I decided to change my words and change my world. I started using positive words to describe the life I wanted and rewrite the script of my life. I changed failure to redirection, abandoned to free to express myself, free to choose my own path. I changed single mom to independent warrior raising the next generation with love. And with that breakthrough, my life transformed, bringing me more success and happiness. And now, right here, I want to share with you the secret I discovered. Word choice is life choice. The language we use doesn't just reflect our reality, it creates our reality. Psychologists call it reframing. I first learned about it from the wonderful book named The Danish Way of Parenting. They wrote, the language we use is extremely powerful. It is the frame through which we perceive and describe ourselves and our picture of the world. So, how can we practice to be the better version of ourselves? Here are my 3 simple steps. I call it the 3 R's. Realize, reframe, and rewrite. First of all, realize. Notice the negative words you use for yourself. A student of mine once said, introduce about herself like this.
I'm terrible at public speaking. It limits my career. I let my shyness hold me back so much. I'm afraid of mistakes, of being laughed at. So I don't want my daughter to grow up like me, a scared and invisible woman.
How many negative words here? You can see, and in the first step, realize, notice the negative words you use for yourself. If it's hard, you can write a short story about your life and read it back. You will see them clearly. Second, reframe. With reframe,
I'm learning to build my confidence. Public speaking helps me grow personally and professionally. My shyness taught me to be mindful and kind. I want my daughter to grow up brave and free to express herself.
okay, later my student did change her speech like that. Can you see the reframing in her narrative? Same love, completely different energy. The energy that pushes her to take actions instead of complaining. So, in difficult times of your life, you can learn the skill of reframing by asking yourself, what could have been worse? What do I still have? What have I learned? What can I do next? Or imagine you are not yourself anymore. This is going to be interesting. Imagine if you were the one who loved you the most, what would you say to yourself when you are sad? So right now, I would like all of you to join me for this practice of reframing. Are you ready? Yes or no? Yes, thank you. So now please help me to think about the person that always supports you when you need help or advice. Okay? That can be your mom, your dad, your best friend, or even your puppy, your kitten. Choose one. Think about them. And we will call them your loved one. Your loved ones. If you already got your loved one in your mind, raise your hand. Wow, it's easy to realize who loves us the most, right? So now, let's practice this reframing together. First of all, please stand up. And close your eyes. Still closing your eyes. Now you will become your loved one. Second, turn around. One round. A circle. Okay. Now you are transforming into your loved one. Third, sit down. Still closing your eyes, please. Is it hard? Okay. Now when you sit down, you are them. You are your loved one. What are you gonna say to encourage yourself in difficult times of your life? Say it. Say it now. And finally, open your eyes. How are you feeling right now? I hope through this practice of reframing, you can see a new perspective. You can be the realistic optimist. You don't deny the truth. You simply see the bigger picture and choose to focus on the more positive angles that can help you reduce anxiety and improve your well-being. I want to give you another example. A Stanford University study found that people who were trained to reframe their thoughts felt less fear and panic when facing spiders and snakes, and the calm lasted longer when they faced the animals again. So it had shown that reframing does not just affect and change our brain chemistry, but also transform how we experience fear, anxiety, and pain through the language we use inside and out. We feel what we think. Remember, we feel what we think. So what if we dare to say and write what we think with a new frame and new language? Step number 3, rewrite. Use the language that lifts you and the people you love. You can use humor or loving, supportive language. For example, I don't like when you talk too much. It's not very good, right? You can change it to, I like when you don't talk. Oops, it even worse. That's so sweet of you when you listen to me. We can change our language. You can avoid limiting language like no, not, nah, never, don't, can. And especially you can separate your behavior from the person. You describe what happened with just information, not judgment or conclusion. For example, you broke the cup. I'm so tired of cleaning your mess. You can change it to, the cup is broken. Let's clean it together. I even made myself a magic word bag filled with positive words like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Just kidding, it's easy to remember. A, appreciate. B, blessed. C, confident. D, damn, diligent. Happy, lucky, grateful. All the loving language you can choose. And you can do the same. Fill your magic word bag to enrich your loving language and motivate yourself every single day. When you practice enough, your outer voice will become your inner voice. And your inner voice will become you, the person you always wanted to become, happy and confident. Last week, I asked my son the same questions he asked me before. Max, who is the strongest superhero in the world? Guess who he answered? He told me, Mommy, yes, I'm a superhero. And I told him, you too, you are my little superhero. I'm so blessed. From broken to breakthrough, my words had to become the beautiful world my son and I live in. So I invite you, all of you here, to practice the 3 R's. Do you remember? Realize, reframe, and rewrite your happy life story. The words we use today will become the world we live in tomorrow. So don't say bad words, okay? Oops, sorry. Say more loving words, please. Thank you very much for listening.